Hello everyone and welcome back guys to more iRacing, where today we're here back in the IMSA series. This time out, we're at Lime Rock Park. Yeah, might be a bit of a crazy one here today, in all honesty. Lime Rock Park always is in the IMSA series and is always a little bit chaotic, so we'll wait and see if we can survive this one today. We've got a mix of GTEs and GT3s here. We've got about a 40 car split, so finding track space is going to be rather difficult, I think, at the very best of times. But we're starting P3 as the number 3 car, so there's the potential for some iRacing, but obviously we need to try and keep it nice and clean and tidy as well at the end of the day. But getting ready then, 45 minutes here at Lime Rock Park. Obviously we're sat right behind the leader, ready to kick this thing off, so hopefully we can get a good getaway. As you can see there, pace car coming in. Sit. There we go. Green flag racing. Let's just defend the inside into one. We might move ourselves straight into P2. In through the first corner. Obviously everything's cold. The leader was pole by about 0.3 of a second, so I'm very much expecting him to run away early on. But hopefully, you know, we were anything from about second down to about 8th. There's obviously it's a less than a 40-second lap, less than a 50-second lap round here. Sorry, I should say. Is obviously means it gets very, very tight. You've got to try and get your qualifying lap bang on as the leader makes a mistake. Okay, might move ourselves up into the lead then of this race. There he re-emerges. He will have a slowdown. Don't know if that's going to help us out or whether he's just going to try and be a bit of a pain about it. Through the final corner we go. No, he's going to have to slow down. So we're going to move ourselves up into the lead of the race at the end of lap 1 there. So that's been a perfect start for ourselves, and obviously not the easiest track to be able to get round people on. You've sort of just got to wait for mistakes. So hopefully that's a good sign, but we've got up into the lead then at the end of the first lap. 91 iRating if we finished here, I would quite happily walk away with, as we've had a bit of a tough start to the IMSA season. Obviously we haven't been able to do a few races, but first round was obviously a bit heartbreaking. Second round was a lot better though. Hopefully returning here today we can just have a nice clean race. Obviously back in the Porsche, as I'm sure you guys have already guessed by the incredible soundtrack that this thing does produce. But yeah, now I think we just got to be a bit patient. We've got 20 seconds up the road to the GT3, so hopefully they're all fairly sensible. Probably going to be taking 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds a lap out of the lower down ones. You can see it's quite a low SOF in this race, but obviously it's just about trying to save some fuel and keep the tyres obviously good nick as well around here. But the most important thing is obviously just keeping the nose clean and out of trouble, as we're getting a little bit loose and lively. Traction controller's having to kick it a couple of times there, so we need to be a bit smoother with it. But yeah, the guy behind though is very, very fast, so we'll see how it goes in terms of defending from him. But if we don't make any mistakes, it'll be difficult for him to be able to do all too much in this race, I'll be honest, as we're just trying to work the tyres into a good groove. Luckily, this track's not too bad for obviously building up tyre temps. There aren't too many really high speed places, but there's a lot of sort of higher speed corners, which obviously help put a little bit more into the rubber. Everything like that as well. As I think we've taken about 9 seconds out of the last GT3 car on that last lap, so perhaps it won't be that long before we're all over the back of them as well. But yeah, probably going to be over a 50 lap race here today. It very much does feel a bit more like an endurance race at Lime Rock, especially if you get stuck behind some GT3s, because sometimes they're good, sometimes they just get out of the way, they accept the fate, other times they like to play their own race, like they're, again, entitled to, but it does get a little bit frustrating around a track like this. You just need to be able to coordinate with each other, and just be a bit patient, but firm with your moves as well. Obviously we had a brilliant race last season where we recovered, we got taken out on that one, and just spent basically all race battling through. We were behind all the GT3s, and then we managed to sneak all the way back past them, and made it back to, I think, like 4th or 5th in the end. So we've had an alright track record around this circuit in the past, as once again we get a little bit loose in towards turn 1. Just trying to be a bit more sensible on the brakes. Straight line braking isn't the easiest thing in a couple of places around here, so yeah, just being a little bit careful with the car in the early laps. Making sure we just feel comfortable with it. Not braking too late anywhere or anything like that. Just sort of trying to thread the car around, keep it tidy, keep it clean. Don't focus on the virtual mirror as well. And obviously the one we got mounted in the car. Because the BMW can look scary as make a bit of a mistake through the final corner. Can't quite get the rotation. Is he going to be able to get a bit of a run on us? We'll go a bit defensive. He's going to look to the outside in towards 1. And we'll just defend from that nice and tidily. First of the GT3s then. How's this going to be? Alright. Nice and easy. So yeah, now we're just going to have to be a bit more sensible and just control some pace. This is a bit of the opposite of the race we had in the Porsche Cup a couple of days ago. If you missed out on that one, I would definitely recommend going back and checking that out, as that looked to be a bit close. Been a couple of GT3s there. That race was good fun though, in the Porsche Cup, despite the ending. Or the second half, anyway. Don't know where Porsche Cup is this week. I think this week is basically Lime Rock week, unfortunately. I've had a look at a few of the schedules, and most of the series I'm interested in doing are basically racing here, so yeah, we'll wait and see as to how that goes. But a couple more GT3s. Hopefully we won't get stuck behind them for too long. Around the outside through turn 1. Just sort of sat there in the way a bit too much, more than I was expecting him to. And this is the horrible thing. Obviously, you get used to a GTE and you think the GT3s aren't that much different, but sometimes they can be. What are you doing, mate? He doesn't fill me with confidence. This guy's a bit all over the road. Thank you. In the end, we got there. Normally you get a rough idea by watching the cars in front. That guy's stopped in the middle of the road. And that's going to be a 1x for us. No idea what's happened to Tim behind, but I'll take the 1x. I think, has Tim been taken out? So we've got even more chaos kicking off in front. Slow car. Seem to have all been cleared up now. And now we sort of settle into the madness that is IMSA around Lime Rock. It doesn't really work around here, I'll be honest, but if we can keep the nose clean, I'll be happy. Yeah, this track never really quite feels like it's designed for these sorts of things. So yeah, I've got no idea what's happened to Tim. I'm guessing he got collected by a GT3. You're going to get out of the way. What's this Audi going to do? In towards 1. Thank you. You just got to give him some respect as well, that's the most important thing. Oh, another Audi gone. The thing is now you get into that horrible window where you don't really get much respite anymore. Once you've caught up to the back of the GT3s once, you're then normally not too far off the back of the GTEs. And from then on, it's just a bit chaotic. Can we sneak up? You're inside! No, you're going to completely slam the door on us. That was close. Thought he was letting us through, but then clearly not. Good job we were ready on the brakes. But, yeah, let's just try and hold on. See what we can do. Just try not to lean on the brakes too much, because that seems to be what's sort of settling the car a bit. Just got to be a bit careful with it. Approaching some slower cars. These guys are fighting for position. These two still just battling it out. Hopefully we can get past them. Oh god, they're going to go side by side, aren't they? That's not helpful. Have to split the power of them. Oh, I don't want to be out there. That was close. I'll get a run on the Audi. Sometimes you struggle with how much torque the Merc's now got. You struggle sometimes to pull past these guys. Just nice and sensible into 1. Keep it tidy. All we just gotta hope though is that if we can get through all of them cleanly, that people behind struggle with them. Because obviously, if they, a lot of them I'd imagine are using crew chief, and they'll be getting told obviously class leaders coming up behind you, which is good. Always makes people a little bit more cautious. But at the moment, we're doing okay. We're up to P3 of the GT3s. But yeah, like I said, you're not really going to get much rest anymore. How far are we? Not even 10 minutes in yet. We've already had about 3 near misses. We'll just try and keep it tidy. Keep it sensible, that's the aim. Not taking too many big risks. Sort of tapping the brake a bit more. Feel like I'm going to trail brake a bit into the corners. Oh, mate, pick a side. Thank you. Oh, great. We'll take that.
Slower class car ahead.
Just all over the road. There we go. Slow down removed. Mug's gonna get out of the way, sort of. Thank you. Oh, bit too deep into that. No! No, 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 no. Hold on to it.
Just cut the track.
That was scary. There's now got everyone all over the back of us. And it's been chaos behind, by the looks of it. That wasn't good, but we've held on to it. Now we're under pressure again. Completely unforced error. Which doesn't bode well, I'll be honest. But we're still in the lead. Just breathe. It's fine. What is that? Come on.
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it
Gotta be
between the
much more careful on the brakes. The rears are overheating a bit. Right, come on. I'm not gonna start making stupid mistakes like that.
Porsche is now in the lead.
Just a momentary lapse of concentration. Yeah, this car does feel a bit unsettled around here, I'll be honest. It's got to be a bit more careful on the brakes, everything like that.
You two.
Try not to snag them as much. Although I've discussed this before in the Porsche, it definitely feels like with the new tyre model. It likes to still just catch you out every once in a while. Never quite know what you're going to get from it. Let's see if we can try and catch back up to Sam though. Clipping those curbs as best as possible. There's P2 and GT3 just up the road.
Slower class car ahead.
And now we probably won't get anywhere near as much respect as we did as leader. I'll just feel the back end there trying.
Gap behind is now 1.4 seconds.
Come on. Don't start doing that. Thank you. Wasn't really expecting you to let me go there, but we'll take it. Didn't cost me as much time as it probably would have, so I'm happy. Starting to see a lot of people fall to the wayside.
Gap to Porsche ahead is now 2.2.
No, don't do that. A concentration around here required. It just feels so intense, especially in this car. Porsche, I still think lacks a bit, to be honest. New tyre model definitely hasn't helped it out either, just with the way the car's configured. Just feels a little bit too loose a lot of the time. Almost feels like the Audi R8 of GTE. Quick when you get it right, but if you don't, a nightmare. I remember trying to drive the Audi about 3 times. It never quite worked out the way I wanted to. I should probably get back into it next season. But we shall wait and see. Come on. Oh, nose in, nose in, nose in.
Slower class car ahead.
Now it just feels like more and more like it's just going to be a case of who gets trapped by slower cars. Myself or Sam. Some people like to sit in the way. That seems like a bit of chaos down at 1. Don't turn in on there. I made it very obvious very early I was going to go for it.
6-1.
It was probably a bit of an aggressive send in hindsight, but again, it wasn't like I suddenly came out from behind him.
Ahead is now 1.0.
And now we've got to deal with GTEs. Whether they're going to obey blue flags is a very different question. They should be, but doesn't unfortunately always quite work like that. Is he going to get out of the way? Doesn't appear like it.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Oh, someone else has gone. Oh my god, they're all coming together. Stay back. This is not looking fun. Right, where are you going, Mr. BMW? Oh my god.
Car right. Clear right.
What on earth is that? Oh, he's giving us the room. Fair enough. Sort of just stuck the nose there, see if he'd make a mistake, but it worked.
Good move, mate.
Sort of got to take every chance you can round here. Yeah, a bit unfortunate for him. That guy was not good.
Walsh is reeling you in. The gap's now 0.40. You're now in the lead.
Too sure that's quite how it's working, crew chief, I'll be honest.
A
Ooh.
slower car.
GT3 up next, though. It's good.
Defend your position. Don't let him through.
Someone's snagging brakes. That's so satisfying when you get that little chicane hooked up. It's a horrible chicane, but it's so satisfying when you get hooked up.
Car left.
Thank you.
Clear left.
Sort of forced him out wide, but don't really care. I always start these things going, you've got to be respectful of the GT3s, and then less than 20 minutes in, you're just sort of there like lunging them,
You've got half your fuel left.
trying to move them out of the way, putting them in awkward positions. Oh. Nose in.
Fast car ahead. He's their class leader.
Thank you. Right. GTEs now. And the GT3 leader. Sam, sorry, has dropped a little bit back from us. Right, you guys gonna get out of the way? You've got no boot. Right, how well's this gonna go then?
Left side. Clear left.
Bit of a send, but you got to go for it. I don't think it went too well for Sam either, unfortunately. You just sort of got to put the car there and make people sort of respect it. Oh, Mr. Ferrari, thank you.
On your right. Clear right.
Gonna give the leader a bit of room.
The lead. To Walsh. Behind is increasing. It's now 1.8. That was a 50.86.
Alright, see if we can get a run into the chicane.
Slower cars ahead.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Position. You might not see you. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Oh, a lot of curb there. Not quite what I wanted to do. But we got round him. And these two are still battling, aren't they? It's just non-stop round here. This is always the thing. That I really like it once you've finished. But whilst you're racing, just like, will it ever end? Like, even when you get sort of like 3 laps where you don't have to deal with anyone, it's wonderful. Oh, I was never quite sure if he was going to give me the room. Get a run.
Car right.
Thank you.
Clear.
I was close to dipping a wheel on the grass.
Slower fast car ahead.
I always like to think the Rothmans Porsche sticks out of it as well. It's obviously the paint we use. Thank you.
Car right.
Hopefully it just means people get out of the way a bit more. I really do need to sort out a light bind. But Sam's going to get held up behind.
Slower cars ahead. These guys will be fighting for position. They might not see you.
Oh. Oh god, what are you doing?
Car right.
Really?
Right.
I think it was Sam that gave us the 4X, unfortunately, but there wasn't much he could do because Mr. White Mercedes was being a bit of a dickhead. This guy's going defensive through the final corner for whatever reason. And now we've got a bit of rear end damage. And a 4X, which is far more annoying. Oh, come on. Might get a couple of laps now. No.
Yellow flag.
No, no, of course we're not. Car stopped on the right. Which way you going, dickhead?
Think about right side.
Just gonna leave the nose there, are you?
Clear right.
You're running a Craig setup shop paint and you're driving like that. Not good, mate. Not good at all.
The gap to Walsh behind is now 0.8.
Halfway there, though, at least. Feels like we've done enough races for a 24-hour endurance, but that's Lime Rock. Got 4 seconds to the next guy at the road. Hopefully that's 2-3 laps, then a 7-second gap in front of him.
That was 49.59.
Oh no, where are we going? How is that not a 1X? Fair play, I'll take it. All getting a little bit feisty still. Is the next guy a lap down? I don't think we've lapped up to P3 yet, have we? I've seen that before around here, though. People go lapped. Like, the winner laps everyone, sort of thing. That's just how chaotic these races can be. Oh, that's not good. Thank you.
The lap time was at 50.09.
See if we can just try and get some consistent laps in. Run down the clock a bit more. Trying to settle down into a good groove. I haven't even thought about fuel yet. But how much we've still got in the tank.
Great driving, keep it up. That's 20 minutes to go.
20 minutes left on the clock. We've got about 4 gallons. So we've got through 10 gallons inside 25 minutes, so we're going to need about
Coming up on a slower class car.
another, well, I think 6 gallons I've put in should be about right, I'm going to guess. Might be a little bit over, but I'm not too worried. GT3 in the way. Yep, not going to get out of the way.
Gap to Walsh behind us now. 1.7 seconds. On your right. Still there. On your right. We've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yeah, they're telling me 10 minutes of fuel, so we probably would only need about 5 gallons, but we'll do a little bit extra just in case. Not going to worry about putting an extra gallon worth of fuel in.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Slower class car ahead.
When are we going to be able to get around this guy then? That's the next question.
On your left. Still there.
There is the answer. Oh, don't do that. Oh, Mercedes in. Oh, BMW's coming in behind us.
Walsh behind is pitting. That lap time.
Surprised with that. To be honest, I'm trying to go as long as possible. Because if you pick up a bit of damage that you then need to pit for, you're going to have to come back in. Oh, no, that's appalling.
We've been warned about track limits.
Unless, obviously, you come up to a big gaggle of cars, then it might be worth doing it. But we weren't, so I don't know. Just keep our head down and hope he doesn't get an undercut. No! Oh! 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 Don't do that again. Those are the sorts of mistakes you can't afford to make. Those are also the sorts of mistakes that I'm pretty certain it was Joseph Newgarden ended up making and went straight through the pit lane in a skip barber. At about 80 miles an hour without a wheel or something ridiculous. Well, we obviously didn't hit anyone, but that's quite a crazy clip. What am I doing? Braking so early, that's appalling. I guess. Come on, head in the game. Gotta run a good few laps. So just forget where the wheels are for a couple of laps, and then you gotta try and remember again. Also, obviously, you have to be careful we get it slowed down in time to the pits.
That lap was at 50.66.
See, the sun's starting to set though here from Lime Rock. Looking very picturesque. Hopefully not blinding anyone so they turn in on us or something. These two are going bailing it out by the looks of it. How much fuel we got left? Thank you, Mr. BMW. 2.4 gallons, 7 laps.
Sector 1 is 0.46 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.35 off the pace. You're 2 tenths off the pace in Sector 3.
Oh, come on, nose in, Matt. So Sam is now down in 5th. Obviously, he's going to the end.
Loving this, mate. This is perfect. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
15 minutes to go, though. Don't know if Sam's in any traffic, though. Doesn't look like it. Good line out the final corner, though. Oh, Ferrari in front gets a little bit loose. We almost follow him. Seems to be a little bit of concertinaing up just in front. Oh my god, what are you guys doing? We'll just sort of send our way through. You better let off, buddy. In towards 1.
Left side.
Thank you.
Slower class car ahead.
Right, we got more GT3s in the way. Not what we need. Oh, definitely not that. Thank you.
Left side. Clear left.
Come on. Not long to go. We've got about 4 more laps in this stint. Yeah, we're going to pit with 1.2 laps worth of fuel in the car. Obviously no point dragging it right to the minimum. I don't like the Supermax paint. If it's the Dutch song that I'm thinking it is.
Coming up on a slower class car.
You're just going to sit in the road, are you?
Left. Clear left.
Just sort of sits in the middle of the road. It's so annoying. You know, if you're going to go for the send, whether they're actually recognise you there or just in their own little world or what. Right, 2 more laps till pit window then. Might try and take a little bit more fuel out. There's no need for it all. Thank you, Mr. Rowdy. We're doing alright now. Oh, as soon as I say that, snag the brakes. Oh. Someone's gone exploring. My god, what are you doing, man? Right, in this lap then.
You've just done a 51.56. Slower class car ahead.
Oh, come on. Get on with it. What are you doing? Get on the throttle. Don't just sit there on the brake. car need a nice tidy pit stop.
The car behind is pitting.
Car behind's dived it in.
2 litres remaining.
Through the final corner though, before our pit window. Got just over 10 minutes to go. There you go. Cool, calm and collected all the way in. Where's our pit box? Where's our pit box? There it is. Nice and calmly in. 16 seconds of optionals, we won't be doing that, thank you. There we go.
10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
Where's Sam gonna be?
This is looking good. There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white
So we're still gonna be out ahead of Sam. We've actually pulled out a couple of seconds over him, which is good. Now, let's bring it home.
line. On a slower class car.
No idea what you're doing, mate. Which way you going?
Car left. Clear left.
Again, people just sat in the middle of the road. Pick a side, go for it. I'll work around you. Shouldn't be that difficult. If you're in a GT3, if you're in a GTE, you get off the racing line and you just don't accelerate. Or you coast. Or you just blend the throttle. Any of them work, as long as you get out of the way quick enough. A load of GT3s pour in.
The gap to Walsh behind is now car right. Right side's clear.
Get around the outside of them. Let's get this thing to the flag. 9 minutes, about 11 more laps to go. Well, a lot can still happen in that time.
Slower class car ahead.
Ugh, no. Woo! Close to the grass. Thank you, mate.
Left side. Clear left.
Ah, losing. Come on. Oh, what's that guy doing? Exploring, I think. At least he's out of my way. Not long to go then. Here from Lime Rock. Just trying to keep it nice and tidy. Cars you can just see starting to
Coming up on a slower class
end
car.
up everywhere.
Keep your wits about you, mate.
I think as track temps drop, races nearing the end, people lose concentration. Everything like that. Just starting to see a few more mistakes creep in by people, and hopefully we don't join them.
On your right.
Thank you.
Right side's clear.
That was a bit ambitious. Just said about how people are making mistakes, let's not be one of them. And instantly going to snag the brakes into one.
The gap to Walsh behind is now 5.5.
Still got 5 seconds though to Walsh behind us.
Coming up on a slower car.
There's that Audi again. No idea what's wrong with him. Oh, Tim is still here. Don't know where he is, position-wise. Not in the top 10. It's not been a good day for the pole, man. We need to be braking earlier into 1. I'm not liking how much we're risking it still.
That's 5 minutes remaining. Win this.
5 minutes to go. Come on, let's bring it to the flag.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Tyres feel like they're pretty much cooked. As that is a great example. Somehow not an off track. Come on. Keep it in check. Keep it in line. We've shredded the rears this race. Good job on holding your line.
He's still there.
I respect that. Shouldn't have to deal with too many more lapped cars. Might have to deal with any, depending on how quick these guys are.
The active Walsh behind is now 6.2.
Come on. Four more laps. No, 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 no. Just stop doing that, Matt. Alright, just start braking a bit earlier into the corners. We've got 6 seconds. We can afford to lose a second half a lap. Around a 50-second track. That's like 3%, which is huge. Well, it certainly has been a typical IMSA race here at Lime Rock. Just carnage throughout. Only got the one 4X though. 4 off tracks is not to be too disappointed with at the end of the day. If we can gain a little bit of SR, I'll be very, very happy with that when all is said and done. But it's not over just yet. You never know what might happen. Rogue GTE, Rogue GT3. I make a mistake again. There's a very good chance that happens still.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
But just easing it through. 2 more minutes, 2 more laps if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it'll be 2 more laps now.
Clear left.
Nice and straight braking.
1.09.
Trying just to lift over that bump because it really unsettles the rear.
Slower class car ahead.
Next up is GT3. Oh, come on. One more to go, though. Here from Lime Rock. The white flag is out. Let's keep it smooth. Keep it tidy. And let's bring this thing to the flag. I've been through a lot with this Porsche on iRacing. It's travelled the world. It's competed at the 24. It's completed a few 6 hours. I want to try and get back to some more Enduros again, but I need to find a couple of people to do them with. It's taken part in a fair share of IMSA races as well, but I genuinely don't think I've ever won an IMSA race. We almost won that Porsche Cup race last week. Car stopped ahead. No idea what he's done. My god. I think he's just wrecked a GT3. That almost completely screwed us at the final corner. But through the final turn, it's going to be a win here at IMSA in Lime Rock. What a race it's been at the end of the day. I will take that very, very happily when all is said and done. Let's get off the track before anyone takes us out. But that is exactly the race we needed in the end. What on earth? How close was it with that BMW on the final lap? That's what I want to know. Oh my god. Let's have a look. How... Why? Why on earth are you reversing back onto the track, 25? That is ridiculous. But thank you all so much for watching if you made it this far. I really do appreciate it. That was certainly an interesting race, but a good one as well. Like I said, I think that is genuinely my very first IMSA win. So, very, very happy with that in the Rothmans Porsche around a very, very testing circuit as well. But yeah, that'll do us for this one though, guys. Get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well. There will be plenty more iRacing content coming, and I will see you all in the next one.